Now you can hear me. 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 I can't see. What I'm saying is I can't see what's happened to Karina and Alex because I can't see anything past that at the top there. Hang on a minute. That's Bristol City on the attack straight away. I can't see what's happened. So you need to tell me. So hi H, how you doing? How you doing? Mandy, how you doing? Kirsty, how you doing? Casper, how you doing? And then I saw Louise as well. Louise, how you doing? Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. And Daniel, how you doing? Good to see you. How to do? How to do? Oh, what to do it is. I'm saying how to do. What to do? What to do? Daniel, Gary, how you doing? Further north. Okay. Hi, 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 hi. And we down, and we down, and we down. I'm still coming. Chad, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. I'm nearly at the bottom now. God, that is a lot of chatter. That is a lot of chatter. What has happened to Karina and Alex? Pray tell me what's happened to them before I get all too jolly here. Oh, that might be a bit loud. Karina lost his father-in-law. Alex is right. Okay. Well, that's very sad. Very, very sad news. Always sad. I hope they're all around each other. That's the one of the best things that you can do at these times if family are close, and is just to be around each other as often as you can be. That's what I found when we lost Suzanne's mum, is just being around each other, and being upset and being sad around each other, and you know, condoling and all the rest of it. So very sad news. That is very, very sad news. So here we are, Tuesday, cheeky Tuesday night, Rum and Rants, number 41. Number 41. I've got the live chat on. We're all right. Trying to eat some pizza before you have to hit the office. All right, you're going into the office. Of course, it's our evening now. I always forget there's people in other places at different times. Yeah, we're ready for the evening. Like I said, I've got the City game on in front of me here, and we'll see what goes on with that while we're chitter-chattering here. Now, there's many things that need to be addressed. No, there isn't. I'm just joking. There is one thing I need to address. There's one thing I need to address. So I was talking to one of my friends earlier on. Did you check out the NFL suggestion? What NFL suggestion did you give me? There you go. There's your answer to that, Gary. What NFL suggestion did you give me? Did you put a link to a video?
That's great if you did. I'm going to record an NFL video after the stream or after this match, after the match finishes, because it'll be the second half. Well, normally we'll do about an hour as normal, and obviously I'll watch the second half of that match, and then I'm going to do an NFL video. What NFL video was it? Gary, pray tell me what it was. Yes, I was talking to one of my friends earlier on. You might know him. You might know him, Daniel. He's called. He's got a couple of YouTube channels. They're doing all right. They're doing all right. And he was telling me that apparently Africa's breaking apart. Did you know this? Did people know this? Are people aware that Africa's breaking apart, or is it just me that didn't know this? I don't watch the news at all, but my phone constantly goes off with news. But I've never seen a news story pop up. Oh, by the way, Africa's falling apart or splitting apart. The landmass. Did people know this? I've got some of Adam's coffee as well. So I've spoken to Adam as well tonight. I spoke to Adam first. Well, I spoke to Daniel first, and he was with, as he would say, his spawn, bringing Alexander home from must have been school, I presume, and he was eating some gummies in the back. I could just see him doing this. And then Adam rang me, and then I was in the war room with Daniel, and he was telling me about Africa's breaking up. Did you know that? Did people know this, that Africa's breaking up? Africa's breaking up. That's what he said. That's what he told me. Africa's. I thought you were talking about my sound then was breaking up. He said Africa's breaking up. Look, he's ha-ha-ha-ing at you. See there? H is right on it. H is right on it there. East African Rift Valley. The whole place is falling apart. The whole world is just falling apart. Oh, there we go. City are 1-0 up already. Phil Foden, 1-0, Man City. So I've got some new rum as well. That's one of the other things I wanted to address. Second thing, other than Africa breaking up, which is quite a big thing, I would have thought. Africa's breaking up. Some new rum. New rum in that I've never tried it before. And it's a bit whiskyish. I quite like it, but it's a bit whiskyish. Not sponsored. Brewdog. 500 cuts made. Guess where it's distilled? In Scotland. So I've not tried it neat. So this is good for YouTube, isn't it? They'll be liking this. Guy sitting in a stream drinking straight from a bottle. Yeah, it is. Woo! It's nice. It's got a whiskey feel to it. That has got a whiskey feel to it. Adam, how you doing? And I could tell you, Adam, which one of the coffees is in this, but I don't know which one it is because I can't remember which one's in the grinder at the moment. But that is one of yours. I'll hit my own like. I'll hit my own like. I'll hit my own like. New beachfront property pending. Yes, you see. So Daniel is the instigator of telling me that Africa's breaking up. So Casper, you need to talk to Daniel about that. He knows much more about it. Yeah, well, that's the way to explain things, Casper. I remember I used to train people for a living as well. That's how people remember stuff. Repetition, also known as brainwashing. If you repeat things, people remember stuff. See, if you repeat things, people tend to remember stuff. Somebody said something to me once, and they said, see, if you repeat things, people remember it. Casper. So, you know, if you write stuff down, you see, if you tell people stuff over and over, they remember it. And you ain't getting away with it. I'm going to keep repeating myself consistently throughout the stream now. Just for you, Casper. Bit of crazy for Casper. Nope. I thought there was going to be another goal. Okay. What did I explain? I don't know what you explained. What did you explain? Did you explain something? I must have missed that. Second fact of the day, 28th saw the deaths of both Father Ted and... Oh, did it? Oh. He might be. He might be. Alex's father has passed away. His name was Richard, I believe, if I remember reading that comment right. Alex's father has passed away. So that's obviously a horrific time in any family when a member of the family passes, isn't it? You proved my education method is shit. Sorry, laugh out loud. Okay, I'm not really sure where we're going with this or what that was. Yeah, what's the third fact? Oh, Bristol City were looking for a penalty. The other match is on the other side as well, by the way. The Fulham Leeds is on the other channel. The Beeb, it's on the Beeb. This is on ITV, this one. There's no VIR, is there, in these matches? Oops. You had bioluminescence here last November. It was so beautiful. From the deep glowing, yes. Biobacteria, yes. I watch all that kind of stuff. I like all stuff like that. Bonzi, how you doing? Good to see you, Bonzi. He's going for the list again. He is. I'm not going to put him on the list. He's not going on the list. One, because I don't know where it is. Hold on. I need to move now. If you want me to get the list, I have to move to the side. There we go. Well, there it is. There it is. There it bloody is. I think he's only on it once at the moment, isn't you, Casper? Just on the once. I've lost it. I've completely lost it. Lost the plot. The plot has been lost. I don't know where it is, actually. I thought it was at the front. Clearly not. Clearly not. Not. I can't find it. It's in there somewhere. Pick it out, son. It's in there somewhere. Don't know. I'll mentally put them on the list. You're mentally on the list. I'm mental. Your box. Blue volcano? No, I haven't seen a blue volcano, but I'm going to look for one now. Blue volcano. Oops. Oh, yes, that looks great. That's cracking. Woof. That's more, I would say that's more purple than blue. Being really picky. I'd say that's purple, actually. That's more blue. Blue lava, that's mental. Out of the imagination, that is crazy. Is that current? Is there a blue volcano going off somewhere currently, Gary? Is that what you're saying? I think this is a bit older, this stuff that I'm looking at. That's mental. That is blue volcano. It looks like it's not real, that does. These pictures don't look real. Spectacular. That is pretty spectacular, I would say. Oof, look at that, just flying up there. '84 and partly sunny. Good evening, James. How are you doing? We're all not bad. I think there's Daniel's in as well. So there's two of you from over that side of Le Pond. Volcano Insurance. Yes, of course, Daniel. I know. Yeah, I know. You're never going to let me live that one down, are you? Because I didn't choose Volcano Insurance. What was the other option I went for instead? It wasn't it was Volcano Insurance or something else. You're on mine, Sonny boy. Excellent. Well, one day we might get to see your list. Volcano Insurance. Yep, Volcano Insurance. Just opened a beer, Royal Export, 5.7% alcohol. Tasty. I can't drink the beer, Casper, now, really. I stopped drinking the beer, really. Just makes me a bit bloated, beer does. Not that I dislike it. I do like a beer. But if I have a bottle, you can't just have one bottle of beer, because I'd drink a bottle of beer, like a bottle. And then you'd always have to have another one. And then you want another one. You get the picture? See where I'm going with that? And then I get a bit bloated, so I don't take a beer now, Casper, so much. Physically, Adam, it's splitting apart. Physically, Africa is. Blue lava has even a wiki page. It's because of the sulfur, apparently. Yes, that's what it was just saying in those little article I was reading. They're very, very well informed. Very well informed. Blue Volcano, African Break, a cocaine beer, being a good movie. Truly living in the future. No, we're in the future. You're in the past. We're already into our evening. The hour. It is, as you quite succinctly put it earlier on, it's 16 minutes past the hour here, Daniel. 16 minutes past the hour. Whatever hour it is where you are, I'm sure it'll be 16 minutes past it as well. Giboni. I haven't found a comment. I was looking, that's funny you said that. I was looking for that the other day and I couldn't find it. It's probably gone past my eyes as I've been looking for it. I was looking for it at work the other day and I don't know why that something triggered me to think, oh, I could look at that. Oh, I was looking at my phone and I saw your message and again, because I was looking at Instagram or whatever it was and I saw it again. I thought I'd go and look for that. No, I still couldn't find it. You maybe need to send me another message on Instagram again and tell me where it is again, because I'm getting nowhere trying to find it. I'm getting nowhere trying to find it. Oh, Brexit done again. 7 or 8. Well, if I'm drinking pints, if I'm drinking a pint of beer, I think 4. By the time I've had 4, I'm like, oh, I'll onto a short now. I think it's time to go onto a short. Need to stop the bloatiness. Just the amount of alcohol, the amount of liquid in your belly. And once you break the seal, didn't you? Once you go to the toilet, you're in. That's it. Every 2 minutes, you're into the toilet then. Earthquakes in Turkey, Syria, Israel, and off the coast of UK. Volcanoes going off. If I lived in California, I'd be... Absolutely. Yeah, the more I drink it, the more I'm not sure about that. I knew it was a risk. I ummed and ahed when I was buying it. And the only reason I bought it is because I've not tried it. But I'm not sure about it the more I drink it. It's not really that rummy. It tastes more whiskey-ish. Sandy Toxic, yes. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna say? That's Sandy Toxic, by the way. As I watched Daniel and Spencer's Rob Brydon's impressions video today. Tectonic plates, yes. 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 They are moving, yes. But Africa's just, it's in dire straits. That's what Daniel says. That's the line from Daniel. Princess Leda, how you doing? How are you doing this evening? Yeah, well, I like all that stuff as well for us not getting those kind of things. QI, right? Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. I don't know. I don't know these facts. You're asking me stuff I don't know. Do they? Oh, coffee plants growing volcanoes. So I just end up reading the comments and just not even looking at what's going on here. Like I'm watching somebody else's stream. Good idea. Yeah, so that was the first point. That's the second one. Second one is that the BrewDog, the old BrewDog, which I'm not 100% sure about. I'm sure once I've had a few of them, I'll probably be quite nice at that point. On the second or the third one, it'll probably become quite tasty. But I'm not going to do that tonight. It's a school night, work tomorrow. There's a sneeze from Ruby, if you heard that. There's another sneeze. She's going to do 10 in a row now. Yeah, she's obviously got a tickly nose. Bristol City are doing all right here, by the way, if you're watching this game or if you're not watching it, they're doing not bad at all. Yeah, so that's the first one was Africa breaking up. The second one was the BrewDog. And the third is a little bit controversial. Not controversial, but a point to be made anyway. about the communities, about the community. And that is that I saw that, sorry, there was just action there. I saw that in Daniel's stream, the shed stream, which I completely missed. And I know why. It's because I had all my devices turned off because I was recording. And I always turn everything off so that it doesn't interfere with the recording or the internet power. I saw that Steve Stibbons was in Daniel's stream, and I was speaking to Adam earlier on. And basically, the upshot of it is that if Steve wants to come back into this stream, if you're watching this back stream or you watch it back, you're quite welcome back into the stream. I've got no issue with you coming back in at all. As I said the first time when it happened, I'm sure the community will quite welcome you back in. So I've got no issue with you coming back into the stream at all. So Steve, if you're listening, or if anyone's got any little connection to him and they can say to him, I've got no issue with Steve coming back into the stream at all. So that is the third issue. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. Are they still there? Is everyone still there? Oh, God, they're still there. I was just actually seeing what Ruby was doing there. That was a good skit for me to get up on. I was just seeing what she was doing. Oh, now I've got chargers. Kirsty, where's your chargers? Is Kirsty in? There she is. Kirsty the Queen, I love chargers. Get my phone plugged in. Well, just hit that little lemming there. Tim, how you doing? Good to see you. And Bristol Rovers, I'm not sure you. And Bristol Rovers. Well, it's Bristol City. Well, it's Bristol City that are playing, Tim. Bristol City. Damn him, I was leaving the post. Excuse me, everybody. Excuse me. I can't find anything about an erupting volcano. No, I just went in. I just put blue volcano in, Adam. It just came up with some nice pictures of blue volcanoes. You've had a hiccups? Oh, at least it's not my hiccups. Insuline. Oh, insulin, right? Okay, I thought that was something else. Is that something else, insulin, or is that what is it? Is it insulin you're meaning that diabetics have? Tim just straight in with Hoyle, I suppose. Tim, as long as you're not into Mr. Bean or trains, we're all happy. Gary, you're a fucking minx, you are. You're all fucking minxes. Anyone got an issue with Kev? Very much. Mike keeps turning inside out. That's why I don't wear this stupid fucking thing for these streams, because it doesn't leave a lot of. I have to keep messing with it. I did get the. I've got the pictures of Kirsty, Adam. I have, yes. I showed them to Daniel. He quite liked them as well. Ellie, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Insulin, right? Okay. Love Mr. Bean. Oh, Tim, don't. I hope. What about trains? See if you like trains as well. Then there could be problems. What insulin was insulin a Danish invention? Is that what you're saying about insulin? No, it's the mic. It keeps flicking in like that. It goes into me jumper. Now you can't hear me, or you can only hear me a bit. Prefer buses. Right, I'm taking this mic off. Twisting my melon, man, and put the other one back on. I like buses. Right, stand by. Beep, 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 boop, 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 boop. Look at that technology. Right, take that off. That's it. It still hasn't switched off, even though I've just been pressing the off button for 5 minutes. Okay, yeah, just go back to this one. That's a pain in the arse having that on my neck for doing this. I knew I liked using this. I knew there was a reason why I didn't have that for the live streams. Oh, just go off. What's the matter with you? I'm switching you off. There it is. Fine. Prefer buses. Right, let me come back to that. I prefer buses. That's funny. Tim, you won't get the reference, but that's one of the funniest things. That's one of the funniest responses to that question. Maybe you do get the reference. I don't know. To those two questions, if you like Mr. Bean or trains. I don't know if there's a team specifically in Sussex, but there'll be some Scottish teams. I'm Scottish, some London teams in that area. Because I was reading Scottish as I was saying that there. Scottish invented the internet. Okay. You'll be busy on eBay. Now I have to see. You'd have to see. You've got to sell 2 desktops, 2 laptops, and a smartwatch to pay for your MacBook Pro. Have you got a MacBook? Is that what you did? I thought you didn't. You get a new laptop? I thought you'd got one. Tottenham is in London. North London. Tottenham. Yeah. There you go. Tottenham is in London. Yeah, North London. I believe it's North London because they have the North London derby between Tottenham and Arsenal. The arse. The old Arsenal. I was giving Daniel some pointers on the old football today. On the old football. About the shortened names of the teams like Brighton and Hove. So you're trying to explain Brighton and Hove to somebody? And what Albion is? Does anybody else know what Albion means, by the way? I didn't know what it meant. And it's only because Daniel asked me that I looked it up. Does anybody else would know what Albion means without looking it up? Because you'll all just look it up now. Well, you'll look it up anyway. Albion, I had no idea. It means England or Great Britain. That's what it says in the thing. Great Britain or England. So, those are 2 different things, to be fair. But that's what it basically said. So you've got West Bromwich Albion and you've got Brighton and Hove Albion. But I was saying, they just get called Brighton. They don't get called Brighton and Hove. Very few. Maybe the commentators would say Brighton and Hove Albion more than once. Clear the browsers, yeah. Tottenham, right? It's the Spurs, yeah. And see, Tottenham get shortened to Spurs. Why am I looking at that? I'm looking at it up there. It's standing in front of me. No, Albion as in Albion. Albion. It's like on the end of some football teams' names, they have Albion. I can only think of West Bromwich, Albion, and Brighton and Hove. Albion. If there's any other football fans. Gary, do you know any other Albions? Sterling Albion. Albions. I can't think of any other Albions. Jack, Barnsley, is there any other Albions that you can think of? Point on the next quiz. It's not. I'm not that old, Adam. Younger than you, by the way. Yeah, I might need to have 2 or 3 of them to get used to that. I'm not sure about it at all. Oof, makes you think of Albania. West Bromwich Albion. And then you've got, I know there's obviously Brighton and Hove Albion, the Sterling Albion. I'm pretty sure Sterling's an Albion. Sterling Albion. Is that right? Sterling Albion? I'm sure that's right. Can't think of any other Albions. It's an unusual one. There'll be a few Uniteds. I'm sure there's a few cities. But there's lots of unusual names, isn't there? There's quite a few unusual names. Daniel dived into the Dutch football thing. Well, maybe he will. He might expand into that eventually as well. Sterling Albion, yes, good. That's good. Rangers Albion. The Danish island of Lolland has the Latin name Lalandia. Lalandia. That's lovely. That's a lovely name. Damien Albion. Damien Albion from Blur. Oh, yeah, of course. Forgot about him. He's not a football team, though, is he? That is an Albion. I did say, can you think of any other Albion? So that is a fair answer to that question. Although his name is Alban. But we'll take it. I like it. We'll take it. Yeah, there's how many athletics is there's Charlton Athletic, Wigan Athletic, Wigan Athletic, and then there's Athletic, and then of course you've got First Burton Athletic. Then there is Athletic. So there's a good few athletics. I can only think of two: Wigan, Albion Park in Essex. I mean football teams, not just places called Albion. I'm talking about football teams. Oldham Athletic, yes, Bardsey, nice. Albion is a small, flightless bird that walks the earth and usually is found in the shrubbery. Shrubbery. It's easy for me to say. Shrubbery. And that's not what it says. You know. You're right on the wind up because it was you that started me looking at what Albion meant. Wasn't it? And I see you saw the comment from Spencer's Italy video. You need to all go and slam Sean Putney, everybody, by the way, or Putnam. Go to the very last comment on Spencer's Italy stream. I don't know whether you've seen it. Spencer's gets slaughtered by some idiot. So I piled in with a reply as well. Spencer piled in with his reply, and then I backed him up and said that what I said. So go and check that one out. It's the very first comment on Spencer's Italy Eurovision video. Right, Albion. Albiones, away. Albion. Meaning small bird. It's not a small bird at all. It says a literary term for Britain or England often used when referring to ancient or historical times. That's what it said. And yes, Casper, because I'm teaching, I'm going to repeat it. It's a literary term for Britain or England often used when referring to ancient or historical times. And there you go. Does Albion mean Scotland? It is sometimes used poetically and generally to refer to the island, but is less common than Britain today. The name for Scotland in most of the Celtic languages is related to Albion. Alba in Scottish is Gaelic. Alba in Scottish Gaelic. Albain in Irish. Nalbin in Manx and Alban in Welsh and Cornish. Alban in Welsh and Cornish, Mandy. There you go. Alban. Facts. We're dealing in facts. Alba is Scotland. That's correct, Gary. Yes. In Scottish Gaelic. And then it's Albain in Irish. Nalbin in Manx. I don't know what Manx is. And Alban in Welsh and Cornish. I've got a cracker to query filled the screen. Alba, Scotland. Double. Look, double. 3. Alba meant white, as in the white coasts. Oh, see, we're just full of facts tonight. Just full of facts. So many facts flying around in here tonight. Jessica Alba. Oh, yes. Did you know that? Oh, here we go. Here's a fact. Oh, I can see it here. Do you know that? No, it's gone. Did you know the word shrubbery comes from the Latin shrubbereus and means a purple throbbing? I walked right into that one, reading that out before I'd read it out. Purple throbbing Moldovan. We were talking about a Moldovan earlier as well, by the way. That popped up into conversation as often does. Oh, Casper, you want me to read this? My goodness, the old Latin name for Copenhagen, or Copenhagen, as some English speakers wrongfully say, Copenhagen. Listen to him, giving us a few digs there, Casper, in the brackets. Give us a few digs in your brackets, in the ribs there. Okay, fair enough. Hafnia, which means harbour, and Copenhagen means cob by a haven. Capital is, oh my goodness, these are so many hard words to say without looking at them closely. By a harbour. Isle of Man. Casper, any more random facts? Hunter of the Dovens. See, every time we put JK in, all I think is Jamiroquai when you put JK in. I know that you're writing joke in there, but I just think of Jamiroquai when you write JK. By a harbour. Okay. 35 minutes gone. Still only 1-0. They're doing all right. Yeah, I'm not sure about that rum at all. I'm a bit disappointed I bought that. I'm a little bit annoyed. Why does it taste like that? Why does it taste like that? Why is it more whiskey-y? Has anyone tried this one? This Brewdog, not sponsored. Anyone tried it? It doesn't smell like rum. It is rum, isn't it? Just check that it is rum. It was with the rums. Handmade, spiced spirit drink. That's all it says. It actually doesn't say rum on it. I might have to put more Coke on it, Louis. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I might have to have that one as backup. A backup rum. Keep that one as backup. Something to do with dogs? Are you talking about like your porn star name? Mine is Bruno Barton. My porno name is Bruno Barton. My first pet and my mum's maiden name, Bruno Barton. Come on. I want to know everyone's porn star names now. It's rum. You looked it up. Okay. It's trying to fool me. Go ahead. How much love, guys? Chelsea should be up soon. Okay. On your little channel. In my will. Okay, fine. No problem. Daniel, thanks, Gaffer, for coming in. And I will see you. I'll probably speak to you tomorrow, I'm sure. No, your surname is Hunda. I remember that. That was how you first had your name up, was Hunda. Otto Baloo. Otto Baloo. Is that your porn name? Buster. Yes, Buster. That's a great one. Snoopy Rhodes. This was a bad idea to ask them. Snoopy Rhodes. What's this for Tiger Lily Bonds? That's perfect. I'm also like short of breath after that one. Snoopy Rhodes. What was it? There was another one before that. Otto Baloo. Is that? I hope that is what yours is. Otto Baloo. That's brilliant. So we've got Otto Baloo, Buster to Slef. That's a cracker as well. That's for Buster. That's a good one. Snoopy Rhodes, Tiger Lily Barnes. Very good. What's everybody else? One's Bruno. Bruno Barton. Bruno Barton. I think that was my first pet. Yeah, that was my first pet. Bruno Barton. It's also your Australian name, Shame Anderson. Shame. I think I am actually going to have to use my inhaler. I don't know where it is. It might be downstairs. Oh, that laugh just caught me. That's just caught me. Snoopy Rhodes. Snoopy Rhodes got me. Lady Lottie. Lady Lottie. I need to go and get right. Talk amongst yourselves. I need to go and get my inhaler. Oh, I feel like I'm dying here. Snoopy Rhodes. Oh dear. Lady Lottie. Oh. Oh, very good. Very good, very nice. Very good, very nice. Oh, right. Glasses on. Stephen, how you doing? How you doing, Stephen? Snoopy Rhodes. Snoopy Rhodes put me in hospital. There's a film. There's a new story. What happened to you? Snoopy Rhodes put me in hospital. Who's Snoopy Rhodes? Have you not seen Snoopy Rhodes? Stephen, we're doing we're doing your porn star names. That's what we were doing. And Elsie and everybody else's names nearly killed me there. Whew, that's better. I can breathe again. Yeah, so what is it? It's your first pet, isn't it? Name of your first pet and your mother's maiden name. Well, that's the one we used to do. I know there might be variations of it, but that's the one we would always do at school or wherever. When it comes up, it's your mother's maiden name, your first pet and your mother's maiden name. So I was Bruno. Bruno was a hamster. Bruno Barton, and that's because at the time I liked Frank Bruno. I was dying. I was nearly literally dying there. My breath completely went because that Snoopy Rhodes just caught me off guard. I was probably on an in-breath as I started laughing. It's all right. It's all right. Maybe it is getting more all right the more I've drank of it. Yeah, so Stephen, come on, hit us with it. Hit us with your porn star name. Don't be shy. Buster Brown. Buster Brown. Buster's great for a porn star name. That's a great one. Yours would be Floor of the Mountain. Floor of the Mountain. What does that mean? What's Floor of the Mountain, H? Jess Anderson. Jess Anderson. Starring Jess Anderson. And then Stephen walks out. I suppose I could do the other one. My mom and dad's first pet. My mom and dad's first pet was Sally. So I'd be Sally Barton. But that's not my first pet. My first pet was Bruno. Jess Anderson. Lady Lottie Auger was a good one as well. I like that one. I might end up start calling you Lady Lottie. Right, let's start again. I've got my inhaler here. That's fine. If I start dying again, it probably does work a bit better. I've only had a little bit of it because I don't normally drink that by now, but yeah, you're going to keep bringing me back to that. It is rum. No, Adam says it is rum. It's 40%. Caribbean molasses. It is rum. Double copper pot distilled, creating sweet spice and zest. Sweet vanilla, zesty orange and lime, ginger, ripe figs, spicy cola. Yeah, there's something in that mix that is not sitting great with me, I don't think. I like the bottle though. The bottle looks nice. Another Anderson. Snakey Witherspoon. Who's Snakey Witherspoon? Floor is your first pet's name. Vanderberg is your mum's maiden name. Brilliant, H. That's quality, absolute quality. That is. Snakey Witherspoon. I wheeled out. I'll drink. It's all right. Yeah, it might be that. It might, maybe it is something that's not sitting well. Is it figs? Do figs have a strong taste? Maybe it is the spicy cola. It doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't smell like your normal rum. I'm not going on about this, but that's that. I think that was. It was on offer. It was down from 24 to 20, and the Kraken. I think the Kraken was 24, and the Dead Man's Fingers was £25. And I didn't get it because it was the cheapest. I got it because it was. I'd not had it before. But as I picked it up, I was looking at the thing going, "Oh, am I going to be disappointed with this? Am I going to be disappointed? I'll just try it. I'll just try it." I think what I said was, "I can always get another one if I don't like it," which I suppose I can. But yeah, it's not right up my alley at the moment, and it might be the spicy cola, as you've said. Any other questions for the group? What, to try and kill me? 13, right? Okay, 13. Well done, sir. Well done. Well, I think it was. Was it Louise that won? Did you win, Louise, on Sunday? I think you probably did, didn't you? Yeah, Louise won 16. So you got 13. Who said Stephen? You got 13, right? Okay, because you can still do it. You could still go on and do it as long as you do it at the speed we did it at. You could still go on and do the quiz. I'd said that anyway. You know, if you watch it back in the stream, you can still do it. So Stephen on 13. So yes, so that was somebody else got 13. Mandy got 13 as well. Wasps? Do they? Figs contain wasps? What do you mean? Figs contain wasps? What do you mean? What do you mean, H? Figs contain wasps? What do you mean, like a wasp in a fig? Is that what you mean? It's pretty filthy, that is, Casper. Is that your cereal? Is that what it is, Kirsty? Is that the other one? So what would be your serial killer name? So your first pet in primary school's name? We're not the school bit, obviously. Yeah, mine would be Bruno Cresswood. That does sound a bit mental, I suppose. Bruno Cresswood. I think it is, Barnsey. I think it is. Oh, for pollination, is that right? See all the facts. Look at the facts. Some of my facts in here tonight. You know, that's in memory of. You know who the fact king was, don't you? That was our Wim, was the fact king. He loved the facts. Buster Hage, Jess Springfield. We need to be. It needs to be a different first name. What else could it be? But that's just the same as it's very similar to your other ones, then, isn't it? I've never heard of that one. The serial killer name. Florent Antonis Van. Well, that sounds pretty scary. That does. Springfield. That's how they caught me the first time. So yeah, that was the other thing. I don't know whether Adam's still in, because we'd talked about last week tonight being his interview, but I just hadn't got it prepared. I wasn't prepared to get it done. Fred, how you doing? Good to see you, Fred. Good to see you, Fred Hampshire. Fred Hampshire from Cheltenham. It's only Fred Hampshire from Cheltenham, everyone. Yeah, so I was talking to Adam, and I wasn't prepared for tonight to do the interview tonight. So we're going to do it on Sunday, everyone. So we'll do Adam's interview. He's 20 questions, same as we did with Daniel. We'll do it on the Sunday RUM and Rants. Okay, got that? Have you written that down? Good. Adam's got it written down. I know that. He might have gone by now. Good. Yeah, good to see you, Fred. All good. Excellent. Good to see you all. I think James was in as well at some point. Is he away, James? Is he still there, James? James. Is he still there, James? Yeah, I'm still there, James. Where have you all gone? Go see him. He's probably need to go back on a roof. Probably needs to go back on a roof. He was probably at work. I know it's the middle of the day over there. Yes, it was a good result yesterday. On Monday, on Sunday. Who are you talking about? United? Yeah. No, it's Tuesday today, isn't it? Yes. So Sunday. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, Sunday. Yes. Yeah. Did that in secondary school. Can't remember the other one. It was not the pet one. No. I only know the porn star name. I don't remember any other ones. The serial killer one. Like you need something. You need. I mean, I know that's just random, the porn star one, but it seems to work, doesn't it? Even though it's like just your pet and your mother's maiden name, it seems to work. Like people's pets are like Fuzzy and stuff like that. Fuzzy and Fluffy. Oh, Fred, oh no, I've bloody heard it all since Sunday. It means nothing. It means nothing. Doesn't mean anything that they won. As soon as they win, it means nothing. You see, if Newcastle had won it, it'd have been fucking the biggest thing ever. If Newcastle had won, they wouldn't have been going, oh, it didn't mean anything. No one wants to admit that Man United just might be improving a bit. I'm not saying that they're starting to set the world on fire or anything, but they're definitely getting better. But no one wants no point asking Martin fucking Keown, by the way, excuse my French. No point asking him about anything. The vampire that is Martin Keown. That vampire move that he did on Ruud van Nistelrooy all those years ago. Jumping on him like that. What an idiot Martin Keown is. And there's the other one that's on YouTube, that Laura Woods. She's doing the presenting here. Big Arsenal fan. Never shuts up about him. Don't worry, Stephen. There's no hit and miss. I don't think you've been hit and miss at all. Oh, don't worry, Stephen. Don't worry, Stephen. We're all here to lean on. You know what? Things that have gone on recently within this community and the cross communities of the other channels as well. Lean on us. That's a definite that we definitely need people. You know, me and Daniel have spoke about it definitely a lot. And, you know, we are just sitting in our houses, all of us individually, but it doesn't feel individual. So you need to lean on us. So does, you know, anyone else that's issues. We know we've said to Casper as well before, you got to lean on the community when you need it. In all seriousness, I know we joke around a lot, and that's what we do. That's what makes it entertaining, and all the rest of it is all the nonsense that we come out with. But you've got to lean on the community when you need to. Yes, exactly. That's exactly right, Stephen. It is when you're not winning it. And then you get no credit for it, and then we get no credit because we get no credit for winning it anyway because we had an easy run-in. It was easy. The running was easy. It was the teams were too easy, and we had Forest in the semi-final. That's too easy, even though they drew with City the other day. But they're too easy. Forest are in the semis. So it's just like you can't win anyway. You can't win. He's right. As soon as your team wins it, it's just the Mickey Mouse Cup. Mickey Mouse Cup. That goes back a while, doesn't it? Mickey Mouse Cup. Yes. So yeah, just come back to that point again. Yeah, absolutely. We definitely now it needs to be out there, and you need to be leaning on the community when you feel you need to. That's what the community is built for. 13 of us in tonight. So you know, use us for whatever crutch you need to use us for. Not crotch. Before anybody says anything, crutch. Yeah, that's somebody else we haven't seen for a while, but he has commented on one of the videos. Is Dave. Stone Outdoor Adventures. Not seen Dave for a bit. I've not seen him in any streams for a while. Anyone seen Dave? Has he been in any streams? Anyone seen? I've not seen anything from his YouTube channel either. Maybe he's give it up. Nighty, yeah, he was. Nighty was in not. He was in one of. I think he was in the last stream. Barnsey. So he's doing better. He said he's doing better. Yeah, he was in the last stream. He jumped in. What were we doing? It was the Liverpool the match I did. Liverpool, the Newcastle Liverpool watch along. He jumped in on that one. Absolutely, Fred. Yeah, no, absolutely, Fred. You need to lean on it. Mental health is a massive thing. Obviously, I'm a nurse, and I understand that, and I've worked in mental health, and not wanting to get too serious. I don't like to get too serious unless it's absolutely necessary, because there's too much darkness in the world anyway. We as long as people are aware of things that are going on, and how to get help if they need to, and yeah, we're all at opposite ends of the country or in different parts of the country, but we're all together, and you divulge as much as you want to divulge to us, but we can help you. And as Daniel said, there's other ways to reach out to us as well, and people do on Instagram. Spinal issues affect your legs. Mostly in a wheelchair. Are you, Stephen? I didn't know that. See, we didn't know that. Right. No, I know you struggle to type. I've heard you saying that before. Right. So you see spinal issues, nerves in the spine. The body is so complex, and if you have problems in the spine, it can cause some unusual issues with other functions. It does. Yeah, it definitely does. So, well, Stephen, look, you don't need to make any allowances for yourselves in here. Nobody does. If you're just in L&L mode, I'm often in L&L mode as well. Yeah, and there you go. Just switch it to chat. That's what I do sometimes as well. I just put it to audio. You just press that little microphone and just speak your truths, Stephen. Speak your truths into the microphone. That is another way to do it. Yes, absolutely. If you care if people want to share, then absolutely, I'm happy to. I'm a health professional, or and I've not worked on a ward for a long time, but I'm a health professional. I still work within the NHS, and I would always make myself available for something, people with health problems, and often do. People still go, "Oh, I've looked at this that I've got on my arm, or I've got this, or my dad's got this." People still ask me stuff like that, and as I said just that weekend, I had to go in and do something for somebody that had passed away, and they needed to harvest his organs. And if I didn't do what I needed, if I didn't do my bit in that, then that wouldn't have happened that day, and that person's organs wouldn't have been able to get harvested. And I did that without thinking. Yeah, that needs to get done. Now they told me what was happening and what was going on, and I just took time out of my own Sunday to go and do what I needed to do, because that's what you do for people, isn't it? That's what you do for people if you're of that mind. And I think we're all fairly like-minded, so I'm sure that's how it goes. Same with Nick. Nick, how you doing? Nick has had his adversities as well and shares it with everybody. And it is a good way to lean on people, and getting it out and talking about it does help. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, and I went through mental health issues when me and Suzanne separated and eventually divorced. And I'm not saying I'm completely over that either. I still have very dark moments where I just think, what's going to happen next for me? What happens next? What happens now? What am I meant to be doing now? I still have those thoughts as well. And I had much darker times as it happened, much darker times, which I certainly wouldn't talk about here. But you know what I mean when I say darker times. I think that's fairly explicit enough now, actually. When you're talking about mental health, if you say you've had some dark times, I think people can understand what that means. So you need to lean on people, and men in particular can be less open to discussing their issues, and I'll get that as well, because I have gone through a lot on my own, and I preferred to do that. But that was a choice that I made. But I wasn't. I feel like it's almost like I can justify it in my own head, but I'm talking about it now, and I've talked to other people about it, and I never felt bad about being upset when somebody asked me about it, because I tended within the first, well, I still can get upset about it when I think about it often enough. So, Yeah, a bit of bottling up is definitely something that happens with me occasionally, but I tend to reflect. I write things down. That's the other way I do it. I reflect. I write things down. If I'm having a bad time, I've got a massive reflection book that is hidden away and would probably not be found. If something happened to me, if I went out, oh my God, I shouldn't say, but if something happened to me and I didn't return to this house, then that book would never be found, that reflection book. No one would ever find it where it's hidden in this house because it's mine and it's personal to me. And it is my most inner thoughts and reflections on things that have happened that I've needed to get off my chest. But that was what we're encouraged to do as nurses, is to reflect by having a reflection diary. Mine's just a massive book. It's the same as this one. It's exactly the same as that, but it's lined. This is just the book of life. This is with pictures. But it is hidden in this house and will never be found. And the only time I ever might read some of my old reflections is when I'm writing a new reflection. But once it's written down, I don't reread it generally. I shut it, close it over, and put it back in its place. And it's out of me. And I find that does help me. And I know it doesn't help everybody writing stuff down or reflecting on stuff like that, but it helps me. And that's how I reflect on things. That all got very, very serious for a moment there, didn't it? Very serious. We're very serious. I'll come back and read while I was rabbling on there. The nurse can, if a patient is sectioned, they can give a syringe in the butt. All right. The only difference from my mother's main education and nurses is nurse can, if a patient is sectioned, they can give a syringe in the butt, so they can give like a depot injection you're talking about or something, or an intramuscular. Your mum can't give an intramuscular exam. Is she an enrolled nurse? No, I don't. Oh, yeah, okay, fine. 40 years experience, right? Okay. Is she right? Okay. Yeah, I'd worked in mental health as a care assistant, and I've looked after people with mental health problems, obviously as an adult nurse. But my training is in adult nursing rather than mental health nursing. The first year as a nurse is common year; everyone does the same, and then you branch. The last 2 years, you pick your branch: mental health nursing, adult nursing, or child nursing, and you pick your branch and you go into it, and then you specialize in that. Common first year. It is. It is. It is. H. That's exactly right. And I get all that stuff. You know, when I was going through, me and Suzanne, after nearly 20 years together, you know, people were saying, "Oh, it'll get better." It's all these phrases that people use, which is, you know, it's got to get worse before it gets better. You know, it's you're up on the down. You know, you're going uphill, and then you'll be down at the slope the other side, and all these phrases. And I'm just like, yeah, that's what I'd say to other people. You got to keep going, look after yourself, be kind to yourself. It's all the stuff you would say to other people, but yourself, you're just going, it doesn't mean anything to me. Yes, Gary, I did think about Man City. Right. Well, that's it. Well, your friends are your friends. That's what you do. You lean on your friends. That's the same sort of concept as what I suppose what I'm talking about in here is, yeah, we're connected through this, but I don't know. I don't go on to end. I don't have this in anybody else's channel apart from Daniel's and Spencer Joyce's now. You know, when he does his music gig now, but that's only been a more recent thing that Spencer's been doing the live streams, hasn't it? But you don't get it on. You know, if I go on to any other channels that I watch to do a live stream like King Boomer, you're not getting this sort of chit chat or community. I know because it's much bigger and there's less of us, so it's easier for us to talk to each other. But you don't get this in that stream. Or I watch the City Boys as well that do reactions. You wouldn't get that in their chat. Even Embrace the Suck. Although Daniel and Spencer try to, you know, they know their subscribers, but they can't possibly know everybody that's in there, and it moves them much quicker. So you don't get the same. It's not the same. So it is a pretty unusual, unique thing. I don't know of any other small communities like this on YouTube. Maybe you do. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Plenty more fish fingers in the sea. No, we're not. We're not. Kindergarten, mandatory schooling. So if you want to go to university, right? Okay. Right. Lost my chat a moment. Wrecks me and get better, but never quite the level. Yeah. Well, there's other, like I said, Stephen, I wasn't aware of the extent of your health issues, but I don't know whether you do know. You might know there is other people that come in, like I said, Nick is recovering from a stroke, and that he's documenting that journey on his channel. If you're not, I'm sure you follow that, Stephen. I'm sure you do. And obviously, Thea's got serious complex health issues as well, and she comes in when she can. And Karina's had health issues, and other people have had health issues as well. So lean on us. That's what we're here for. And I definitely wanted to get that message out. I know Daniel and Spencer have, they put phone numbers up and things like that. So I didn't want to just be sort of doing exactly everyone's doing the same thing. We've spoken about it. We've spoken about what happened with Vim, which is just absolute. One of the saddest things from a community like this, and it's such a funny feeling. It was such an odd sense that came over me when I heard that news, from never meeting the person, to have such an odd sensation that hangs around me. It still hangs around me now, the thought of it. So it is something unique, and I have to admit that, as much as I just go, oh, what is it that we're actually doing here, sitting behind a screen talking to all of you lot, and you lot, being part of this community and making it what it is, because it's pointless. It doesn't work without you, does it? And I'll say that all the time, but it doesn't. That's the fact. These are facts. Rafa Benitez, facts. It doesn't work without all of you. And that's why I'll keep doing it. And hopefully that's why you keep coming back. Okay. I'll repeat that. Of the year and 10th class. Some people get better with age. I tell you who got better with age. Carol Vorderman. And I'll leave you with that one, everyone. I'll leave you with that one, so we can start saying your tatty boys to everyone. That's just an hour there. I'm not going to take up any more of your evenings. Lovely, lovely people. Thanks, everyone, for coming in. So Thursday will be on for a Rum and Rants. Thursday night, Rum and Rants. And then Sunday night will be Adam Augier's interview, 20 questions. Get to know Adam via my quirky 20 questions, everyone. Same as Daniel. So if you've not seen Daniel's interview, that's on one of the live streams. You can go back and get the flavour for that. Flavour. And we will do it all again on Thursday night for a Rum and Rants on Thursday night. Now, as I've said, in all seriousness, you know what our Instagrams are. Find us on Instagram. You know what we are. You know what Daniel is on Instagram. You can find Spencer on Instagram. If you want to speak to us, if you need to speak to us, you can, and we're all happy. I can speak for all three of us, for those three of us anyway. We're all happy to listen or to try and help. Me definitely, and I'm coming from a nursing background, I will definitely try and help anyone that I can that needs help, and and that would definitely be the case. So look after yourselves, everyone. Be good to yourselves. Be kind to yourselves, and if you've got things to do, if you've got stuff that you need to do before I see you on Thursday, you probably should make sure it's nothing that I wouldn't do.